Hello everyone. Today
Okay.
we have Alumni Lionel, who's the MD with Rumble Content Private Limited. Welcome, Lionel. Could you briefly share about yourself to the alumni?
Hi, Valerie. Thank you very much for having me. My name is Lionel. I graduated from Econs in 1996. Privileged enough to do my honors here, which was very exciting. It was one of the best experiences I had doing all that research. So I'm a father of two. Married my childhood sweetheart when we met in college. Uh, Started my career after graduation with Singapore Press Holdings. You might know that they are in the press on TV quite a bit, on YouTube as well. But at that time, it was quite different. We were a strong media company, and I joined them doing sales for advertisement sales. Uh, and Yeah, I spent about 10 years in Singapore Press Holdings. Then subsequently, I did a few short stints with M1, with SBS Transit, before ending up in Saatchi and Saatchi, doing advertising. Within that organization, I spent another almost 10 years there actually. Uh, Promoted to the level of GM, looking after Singapore and a few other countries. And then subsequently, I found that the advertising business uh, actually required some fundamental changes in the way they approach the business. So I left that, went to learn more about technology and data-driven marketing, and then subsequently joined this current company I'm in now, Rumble Content Private Limited. But in interspersed between all that, I started two companies. One is a beef export company, and the other is a digital transformation company, where we merged content with technology.
Wow, interesting, Israel.
In a
So,
nutshell.
so has graduating with economics helped you in any way in your career since it's so interesting and exciting in the marketing world?
I I I I actually think so. I think what is really interesting was that it gave me at least exposure to a wider perspective of the world, because you studied not just Singapore, and then we tend to be very cloistered. At least in my time, you don't really travel a lot, and you need learned about the world through books. There wasn't YouTube then.
Yeah.
Right, so you literally learn through books, and you understand different cultures, different economies, different places, by reading. So the biggest plus, I guess, that studying economics is helped was that it helped me understand different cultures, different peoples. It gave me a broader perspective of the world, which on our little red dot it's a bit hard to get.
Yeah, it's true. So now your career focus is more marketing, and I see you more into digitalization and all that. Can you share more on
Yeah.
this and any advice for the alumni wanting to pursue in this area?
Well, there's a funny story. When I was in my third year in NUS, I remember I had three really good friends, and in arts faculty to have two other really good friends who are guys is very rare. There are more women than men in arts faculty, right? So I mean, there were three of us. I remember this story. We went in for a paper. I can't remember exactly which paper it was, but it was a 3 hour long paper. It did 4 questions, right? So when we came out, my friend Michael and Love, we came out, and I looked at him, he looked at me. I basically answered one question. He answered 1.5, and I think Le also answered about 1.5. And we were thinking that we're going to fail this module, but lo and behold, the bell curve kicked in, and uh, three of us had A's, even though we didn't finish the paper. So why I share this story is because it it is important for me at least then to understand that you need to be able to see it in the bigger picture. You need to be able to have some faith in yourself. You need to be able to learn and to be able to um, uh, know that you tried your best, and then life goes on. So with that experience, what happened was subsequently in my career, you can imagine I spent years in advertising and in sales and in media, right? So it's all within the same space. I think it came to a point about 4 years ago. I realized that the companies I was in, they were not embracing technology and the richness of the data enough. Um, and that for me then was the future. So I decided then to really take a risk. Left a very very well paying job, took on a less senior role, but it gave me about 2-3 years to really learn about technology, marketing technology, applications, and stuff like that. So I guess the ability to, and this is a buzzword now, right, about pivoting and all that, but you know, I think it's more of that willingness to learn and be exposed to new things, and the ability to adapt yourself. I think that was really important for me, it's made a difference in my career, because if I had stayed on, it would have been I would have lost a lot of value. But what I did was I went to find different
areas
I
to
won't say
be in
different
and all
career
that.
path. Yeah, but I went to create and find areas where I can gain more value, right? So that's your comparative advantage stuff, right? I know it's a bit corny trying to tie it back, but I think it's something that at least at my age now, it was a big risk, right? But I think it's paying dividends simply because I become more relevant and more current, and then you marry that back with your experience. You realize that I've realized that I can fill a gap that is evidently missing between the people who have a lot of experience and the people who don't have real world experience but have a lot of knowledge about the current technologies.
Yeah, I can understand.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for that sharing, and it's really
my pleasure.
Interesting how to be current and digitalized. Thank you very much, Lionel.
You're welcome, Valerie.